to our fourth lab. I know what you're thinking, again with this ramp, but I promise you we're going to be collecting a different set of data this time. So for this lab, we are going to investigate a horizontal launch projectile, which will be our marble, off this ramp and onto the ground. So I'm going to make like 3 videos for this because I want to remove the camera so you can see the data collection, but I couldn't get this whole thing into the shot. So I'm going to talk about the setup first, and then I'll make another video with the data collection and a third one to talk about our range. Anyway, the skills we're going to be doing with this lab are graphing, AVI, and some data manipulation and predicting an outcome based on information that we already have. So equipment that we're going to be using for this lab is our trusted track, our marble, our blocks. We're going to use some string and a mass to make a, what is that thing called? Plumb line. I also have a whiteboard with some paper taped to it and some carbon paper. So we are going to send the marble off on the floor. I've already done this a few times, so I know where to put my paper. I'm going to put my paper on the ground and then cover that paper with my carbon paper, and when the ball hits the carbon paper, it's going to make a dot, and then we'll be able to see where our marble was landing so we can get our range. But I'll talk more about that in the next video. The reason why it was important to show you the whole setup is that we're going to be collecting data for one scenario, but then I'm going to ask you to predict how to modify our setup so that we can meet a different objective. So it's really important to keep your ramp the same way. So I've taped it down. I've made a mental note that my blocks are at the at our position 0 or 1 meter incline. The length of our incline, the length of our horizontal track doesn't really matter for this lab, but the only reason we are making note of it is because that part is going to be kept the same. So we want to make sure that we have the same setup when we go to run our second set of trials. So that's it for the setup. Let me try pause and start the data collection, or show you what that is going to look like.